Good morning, Santosh.
Good morning, Santosh.
Good morning, Santosh.
Hello everyone, good morning.
Good morning, Santosh.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good morning, Santosh.
Good morning, Santosh.
Good morning. Just give me a minute. Okay, all good, right? Can you all hear me?
Yes, Santosh, you are
Yes,
audible.
Santosh.
Yes, Santosh.
Okay, let's get started. In the last two classes, we have learned about one is on the variables, and the second concept that what we have learned was is on the data types. Okay, so that is what we have learned. Now let me open the Jupyter notebook. Let me open the Jupyter notebook. And in the Jupyter notebook, I have created two notebooks. That is one concept for variables and one concept for
Hi Santosh. Before we start, I just have a concern. I'm trying to log in from my laptop actually. I usually log in from Chrome, and when I try from Edge, it says number of allowed device exceeded contact support. When I again tried with Chrome, it's the same actually. So now I have logged joined from my phone. Uh,
see, there is a IP that we are tracking since you already have logged into the browser, right? So your account is actually exceeding the limit. So what you can do is you can attend the class now in the phone, and meanwhile send an email to support at Data Vision. They'll reset it.
all
Okay.
right. Thank you
So
so
they'll do
much.
it immediately. Our team is available. We work 24/7. So immediately you'll get a response
All
and
right.
you'll be able to log in later. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
In the message itself, they clearly mention to whom you have to serve contact. That email ID also available, Rajlakshmi. Yeah.
Yeah, we will resolve it within 2 minutes. Okay, so just you can send an email. We'll resolve it. Okay, so let's come back here. The first session, what we have learned was on the variables, right? So in the variables, what did we do? We learned about assigning a value to a variable, and this variable we are reusing it whenever we want, right? Like for example, Santosh, I'm assigning to A, or this one I'm assigning to B, and then 7 I'm assigning to C, and this I'm assigning to D. Like basically it's like a placeholder. Why do we need variables? Variables are needed in future. If you want to reuse any value, we can go and use with a variable name, right? That's what we have seen here, correct? Now, after that, then what we did, we also experimented few data types. So totally the data types, what we have covered is string, integer, and float. And more importantly, we have focused on string data type. In the string data type, the first concept that we learned was string slicing. So if you want to access any element on a given string, you can go and access with the help of indexing. So indexing in the sense, it's like always in Python, remember that indexing starts with zero, from zero. And if you are accessing to a certain element, let's say that I need, in this KSR is one of the institute where I would say I need KSR. So starting position has to be zero. The ending position will be ignored. So it should always be ending plus one, right? That's what we have learned here. And in C, Python indexing starts from zero and from two. And if you want to step, like if you want, default step is one, but if you want to go by 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps, 5 steps, well, you can do it. Okay. Now, this is called Python data types where we have discussed, but this is not the end. This is just a beginning. Okay. So there is few more advanced data types. People call it as advanced data types. People call it as collections. People call whatever they need, but we will call it as advanced data types. Apart from list, apart from string, apart from integer, apart from float, we have few more: list, tuple, and dictionary. Okay, we'll see what it is. We'll see what it is. Okay. So yesterday I did not cover all the functions in string because it is not needed. But today's concept is the most important concept. 100% you will use this in your projects. 100% there will be an interview question on this. Okay. So listen carefully. See, I can assure you this. I can assure you this. You go and watch any session, any recordings, any of the videos on YouTube. People will tell what is list. People will tell what is tuple. And people will tell what is dictionary. But no one will tell why it got origin, like why it was introduced. Okay. So there is always a concept to, and there is always a process to learn. Yesterday, I don't remember, there was a person who told that I've already learned this, but I'm not able to remember this. Okay, I don't know your name, but I remember the statement which you told. I've already practiced pandas, I've already practiced this, but I'm not able to get that confidence. I'm not able to remember that. Right? Are you in class? Maybe I don't know who told this, but yesterday there was a person who told this. But why you are not able to remember, why you are not able to focus, it's all because you're not learning the process. So let's learn it with process. Everyone will tell what is list, what is tuple, what is dictionary, what is the difference. But no one will tell you why we have to go for it, what is the limitation, what we have currently. That's a problem. Okay. Now let's focus you on this. Let me go on a new data today, new notebook today. I'll create a new notebook and I will go with Python list and I'll say 03, 09, 25. Okay. Now, imagine we have to store our KSR student details. Very simple, right? Imagine I have to store KSR details, that is student details. So a person comes to our institute, we are storing them name as Vinay. Vinay. Okay. So Vinay is the name of the student. Now, he is actually 28 years old and he is actually from Bangalore. And he is actually from, this is his phone number. And finally, this is his email ID. Now, I have stored one complete student information. Okay. I have stored one complete student information. What is the information? Vinay is the name of the student. 28 is his age. Bangalore is a location. And we have his phone number. And we have his email ID. Okay. Now, I'm not that happy with the naming convention. What is this A, B, C, D, E? Right? I'm not that happy with the naming convention. And if someone is asking, can you give me the student's age? Very simple. Print of B. If someone is asking, can you give me the phone number of the Student, very simple. Can you give me the email? Very simple. Okay. But personally speaking, I am not happy with the naming convention. I am not happy with the naming convention. So what I am going to do is, instead of giving A, I'll give S1 student name. Is this name acceptable?
Yes, yes, it's a valid one.
Are you sure?
Yes.
No, it is coming.
Yes.
It is coming. No.
No, S is there. It's starting with S.
Is that allowed? Number is allowed?
Starting with number only not allowed.
Yes.
Starting
Yeah,
with
it's allowed.
Yeah.
Number is allowed.
Starting with number is not allowed. Starting with number is not allowed. But in between a special character, that is only it should be an underscore and the number is allowed. Okay. So S1 underscore name is Vinay and S1 underscore age is 28 and S1 underscore location is Bangalore and S1 underscore phone number and finally S1 underscore email. Okay. Now this is what I will give the proper naming convention. Okay. Now successfully we have taken the admission for the first student. Vinay 28 Bangalore location email ID. These are the details that we need for taking admission. So today we have taken admission for our first student. Okay. Next we will have to take admission for second student. So for second student what I will do, maybe if you want to print and see, you can print and see. This will be the name of the student 1. Now student 2. Now student 2. Now let's say student 2. I'll take it as Anand. And I'll take this as 30. And I'll take this as Chennai. And I'll take this as phone number. Let's say Anand. Okay, this is a student number 2. That is student 2 name, age, location. Now I'll go and run this. Now I'll go and show you print of S2 of age. That is students 2's age. You can see 30. Okay. Now I have successfully taken admission for second student. I've collected all the information about the student, which is nothing but about Anand details. Okay. Now, next student. There are 99 students, or it turned to be 100 now. 100 students in this today's session. There is 100 students in today's session, and I think you guys know this. Today is the last day for a free session, right? Now, all the 100 people will need to accept as their admission. Who can tell me how many variables I need to create for admitting this 100 students?
500.
500.
100.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 100 into 5, 500.
Yes, 1 is 2 is 3. You have to go.
For every student, I am taking 5 variables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not interested to give ABC because ABC is like it's giving a not that user interface number. So I'm giving student 1 name, student 1 name, student 1 age, location. So I've given the student 2. Like this, I will have to create student 3, student 4, student 5, student 6, student 100. So if you go and observe, there are 100 students. If you go and observe, there are 100 students. Okay. Now, one student, 5 variables. Two student, 10 variables. Okay. 100 students, it's going to be 500 variables. If anyone can create 500 variables and help us to get registered this 100 students by tomorrow's class, we will give you the course for you free of cost. Anyone will be willing to volunteer and help us to create 500 variables?
It's difficult.
Why difficult? Yeah, I'm giving you free of cost. Anyone who does this, your complete course is free. Anyone? You will have to take admission for our 100 students. You will have to create 500 variables like what I did. I have created this to 10 variables. So another 490 variables you will have to do. Is there anyone who comes forward and tells that we will be able to create this 490 variables? Anyone?
For 500, yeah, maybe we can try, but more than it is.
Set and taking.
It's not 100. It could be 120, it could be 140, it could increase, right? So the problem with variables is for every value, you can store only one value at a time, right? So if I go and see S2, in the S2, I can store Anand, maybe S2 underscore age, I can store only one value, right? So variables are helping you to store the values, but it is helping you only to store a single value. It is helping you only to store a single value, right? Now, to overcome this, not effective usage. So I cannot create unnecessary variables. Okay. So to overcome this, what Python has come is, Python has come up with another way of achieving it. They have come across one thing called list. Now, what is list? What is list? Okay. So to overcome this problem, we are going to learn about list. We are going to learn about list. Okay. Now, what is list? List is collection of elements. That's it. Collection of elements. In variables, you can assign only one at a time, right? So with the help of list, I will be able to give the complete information of that person. For example, V equal to, I'll put one square bracket and I will have this information Vinay. I'll have this information 28 and I'll have this information Bangalore and I'll have this information phone number and I'll have this information email. So I am creating a list. Now, what is this list? List is a collection of elements. List is a collection of elements. Now, if you look at this variable called V, this is still the variable only. You're assigning some value to the V, right? But if you go and see here, if I go and see the type of S1 dot name, it's going to give you string. If I put S2, S1 of age, it is going to give you integer. And you can give a float as well. But here, if I go and run this, and if I go and write type of V, you will get something called list. Now, this is called list. What is list? List is a collection of elements. Now, this is a new data type. We can call it as a data type that we are going to have it. So, if you go and see type of V, it is coming as a list. Now, what is list? List is a collection of elements. Rather than creating 5 variables, now with just one variable, you can store one student information. Right? Now, let me store another information. That is another student. Let's say A. So who is A? Let's say Anand. Okay. So Anand details I will have to store. So what I will do, Anand details, I will start with a square bracket. Then I'll take Anand. Followed by 30. Followed by location, followed by phone number, followed by email. Now, if I go and run this, so just one variable for one student. Now, literally, I have reduced from 500 to 100. From 500 variables, now I have reduced to just 100 variables because 100 students, right? Now, let's go and see how to access it. If I simply go and see print of V, you will get the complete information about that student. If I simply go and say print of A, you'll get the complete information about Anand. This is exactly what I have reduced the number of variables from 500 to 100 with the concept called list. List is a collection of elements. Now, if I want to print any one value, like name, like age, like phone number, so I used to access it with a variable name, like S1 of name, S1 of age, S1 of location. If I go and print, so that means that particular student information will be read out, right? Now the same thing I want to read also. Like this, I want to read only Anand's age. I want to read only Anand's location. I want to read Anand's age. So in that case, what I will do? A of. Now please consider this as your string only, where each and every element can be considered as one index. So if I go and say A of 1, will I get Anand?
No. A of 0.
So A of 1 will give you 30. A of 0 will give you Anand. A of 1 will give you age. A of 2 will give you
location.
Chennai. So like this is the index 0, index 1, index 2, index 3, index 4. So I can still go and access however I want. So this is collection of elements. List is a collection of elements, right? And you should also remember that list will be enclosed in square bracket. Okay, list will be enclosed in square bracket. But remember one thing, this square bracket is for accessing, that is storing the set of elements in a one value, that is like a list. List is a collection of elements. That's why I put a square bracket. But this square bracket is different. This square bracket is for accessing. Yesterday also we did the same thing. If I want to access something in the string, I used to access with this. So this square bracket is for indexing. You give some number, it is an indexing. But by assigning to a list itself, you are going assigning in the form of a square bracket. Okay. Now, successfully, I am able to get the information. But if I put as A of 0, I'll get Anand. If I put A of 2, I'll get Chennai. Okay. Now, here, what if I need 1, 2, 3? What if I need from Anand to Chennai? So that means the indexing will start from 0.
0 to 3.
3.
2, right?
3, 3.
0, 0, 1,
3.
2, right?
No, in Python,
3.
it'll add 1 value next.
Why it is not 2? Why it is 3? Anyone?
It excludes.
N because minus 1.
Yes, yeah.
In your indexing, while accessing the indexing, it will always ignores the 2 position. So it should be always 2 plus 1. So if I need this, that means it should be 0, 1, 2. So if I put 2, it will not come. It should be 3. It should be 3. Now if I run this, you'll be able to get Anand, 30 and Chennai. So exactly what we've learned yesterday, the same thing we are replicating today with a better example. Rather than having 5 variables for every student, now just one value I can say, I can pass the entire information about that particular student with that variable, and this variable will have all the information. Now how good it is than variables? In variables you used to access with a variable name, and here you're accessing with a index. With the help of index, I'm able.
What if I give A of 5, Mahesh? For example, 5 is not there, right? What happened?
We will see that. We are going step by step, right?
Okay.
Now, here we have seen an example where we are passing the set of elements to that particular variable, and in that variable we are capturing it. Okay. So till now is clear, everyone? Yes?
Yes,
Yes.
Santosh.
Yes,
Okay.
Santosh.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Now, in this, tell me one information which may change next year.
Age.
Age.
Phone number also can change.
Okay, very good. Phone number can change. Location. Today you may be in Bangalore. Tomorrow you may go to some other location, right? And day
Except
after
his name,
tomorrow.
everything will change.
Sorry?
Except his name, everything can change.
Except name.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Except name, everything can change. Email can change, phone number can change, location can change. Okay. Now, what I will do today, listen. Print of S1 of age, or maybe S1 of location I'll give. Okay. Location. You can see it's a Bangalore. Okay. Not yesterday, day before yesterday, we learned a concept called variables. So variables means you give a equal to 5, again you give a equal to 10, that 10 will override 5. So the concept of variables is you can change the values. Once you define 5, you can always go and change it, right? So what I will do now, I will change a location, S1 location, and I will assign a new location called Pune, right? So now if I go and print S1 of location, you can see that it is changed to Pune. So initially S1 location was Bangalore, now it is changed to Pune. So what happens in the variable concept, once you go and assign, the later value will go and replace the first value, right? So that is exactly what happened. Now, imagine I will store my information now. Imagine I am also a student. Okay. So let's say, yes, Santosh. Let's say what is the second parameter? Okay, age. Let's say Bangalore. By the way, should I give double quotes or should I give single quotes?
Double
Double
quote is
quotes
preferable.
would be
Double quotes.
good. Yeah.
Both quotes.
Both will work, right?
Yes, both will
Okay.
work.
Now,
Double quote is recommended.
okay, double quote is recommended, but anyway, I'll be taking anything single quotes as well. Now, yes will have all my information. Yes will have all my information. Okay, what is my information? You can see Santosh is my name, 32 is my age, Bangalore is the location, phone number, and email ID. Now, this is what you can see here. Okay. Now, one thing that you will have to identify here is, I want to change the location. Okay. I want to change the location. It was easy here. Simply go and assign this. It was easy here. So what I will do here, S of 0, Santosh. S of 1, 32. S of 2, Bangalore. Now, Bangalore, I would like to change. Okay. Bangalore, I would like to change. One of the best place in this world, in one of the best place in this planet is Bangalore. Okay. Bangalore is the most beautiful place you can have. So let's say that I'm in Bangalore. Worst case, if I really want to go to some location, now let's change the location. How to change? S of 2 as Bangalore. Now what I will do? S of 2 equal to the next best place which I like is Maldives. So S of 2 equal to Maldives. Now I'll go and assign this. S of 2, this is S of 2, S of 0, S of 1, S of 2. So S of 2 I've assigned to Maldives. Now if I go and print yes, can you see what has happened?
Updated.
Changed. It updated. Yeah, it changed the location.
It changed the location, right? So name, age, location from Bangalore, it has changed to Maldives, and it has changed this also, right? Now, imagine my email ID is also getting changed. Imagine that my email ID is also getting changed. First, how to get changed? First, you figure out which index is this. S of 0, S of 1,
4.
S of 2, S of 3, S of 4. So, S of 4, S of 4 equal to I did not put quotes.
One quote missing.
Yeah. Now I've changed. Now if I go and display, yes, name, Maldives, phone number, email, right? It has got changed, right? So one thing what I can say is, let's come for the definition here. To reduce the burden on variable, we are creating list. So let's see the properties of list. List is a collection of elements. List will be enclosed in bracket and followed by list is, we call it as a normal technical English word called mutable. Mutable. So what is mutable? Mutable means it's changeable. What do you mean by changeable? Once you create it, you can always change it. You can always change it. Okay. So you can always change it. So I created Bangalore first. Then I want to change to Maldives. Possible. I created with the Gmail first. Now I want my KSR data vision account. Possible first. So your lists are mutable. When I say mutable, you can change the values. You can change the elements of your list. Any element. Even if it has 5 elements, 6 elements, 7 elements, 8 elements, you can always go and change it. Okay. Now, what I will do now, S of 0, S of 1, S of 2, S of 3, S of 4. So S of 0, S of 1, S of 2, S of 3, S of 4, and if I go and do S of 5, S of 5 will not come. S of 5 will not come. The reason? It is clearly telling a problem, that is list out of range. That means we don't have the fifth element. We don't have the fifth index element. So the maximum that my list has is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So maximum you can have 4. So if you are trying to access with any index which is not part of this, you'll get this message as list out of index. Okay. Now, what we can do is, initially I have given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I need to add my role to the existing list. That means what is my profession? What is my profession? So I need to go and add it here. So how to update? You already know S of 0 if I go and give. If I go and assign some, let's say that if I go and assign this, obviously this name will go and replace. This will go and replace, right? And if I S of 1, like let's say from 32, if I put 33, maybe this age will also change, right? This change will happen. But if I want to add my profession, can I do this? S of 5 equal to trainer, S of 0, S of 1, S of 2, S of 3, S of 4. So I will add the fifth element, that is my profession, trainer. Now, do you think it will work?
Yes, it
No,
will.
no, no,
Okay.
no. It won't
Yes.
work.
No, it will not.
In the
It will work.
Okay. So whoever is saying that it will work, first of all, let me tell you, S of 5 does not even exist.
Yes.
If this does not even exist, how can you go and update this, right? So if I go and run this, it is saying that list assignment index out of range. That means I'm trying to assign a value where it is not possible to go and update because S of 5 is not at all there. S of 5 is not at all there. Okay. Now, The question is, this is not the way to add new elements, because fifth element does not exist. This is not the way to add new elements. Okay. Now, okay. Then how do you add elements? Okay. Then how do you add elements? Listen carefully, your ears wide open. I will tell you, if there was a string here, let's say Python, and if I go and write a Python, and if I go and write yes dot, and if I go and put tab, I will get all the functions that is applicable for that particular string. Okay. Now, if I go and give yes equal to 4, now in that case, if I go and write yes dot 4, you will get all the associated functions for the data type integer. Okay. Now, if I go and write 4.5, and if I go and write yes dot, so you'll get all the functions that is associated to a float value, right? Similarly here, what I am going to do, now I have defined yes as list. I've defined yes as list. Okay. So if I've defined yes as list, and now if I can go and see this will not work because this is not there. But if I go and see the type of yes, you will see this time it's a list. So yes dot, if I go and press the tab, you will see all the functions that is associated with this list. Okay, whichever variable, whatever data type, for that you will be able to get this values. Okay, now this is not the way to insert it, right? This is not the way to add the new elements. So I was just thinking, what I can add, what can I add, what can I add? So I was just looking at it, one example. There was a first function called append. So for a list, we have a function called append. So let me go and write append. And I will go and write this function. It is a common sense that when I'm appending, you need to give some value to go and append. If you don't do anything, it will not work. So if I go and run this, it is saying that list.append takes exactly one argument. That means if you want to append any value, that means this append function accepts one parameter. Again, I'm telling you, no need to remember all this. You run it, you make a mistake, from the error, you figure out what it can be done. So it is expecting one argument. So let me go here and let me go and give trainer. Now, if I execute this, now it has successfully executed. Now, if I go and write yes, you can see that the trainer is attached. That means particularly in list, if you want to add elements, you will have to add the elements through a function called append. Right? Yeah. You want to add it through append. But whatever you add, it will always go towards and sit in the last. After trainer, if I go and put KSR, or if I put my organization, or if I put my experience, whatever I put, it will always go in the last. Okay. Now, one more try. Yes dot append 11 years of experience. Okay. Now I'll go and write append. So append means what? After trainer, it will go and sit. See, Santosh. It is just because of the space, right? It is giving in a different line. So don't think much. It is actually storing this in your list format only. Just because of the space, because my screen is also a bit zoomed, right? So you can see that it is coming the new line. But the idea is, it just gives you in one line. Okay, after trainer, you can see that it comes here. Okay, now if I want to insert a record between the index, That's the next question. If I do a append, it was always going and sitting in the last. But if I want to go and insert any value in between, so this is what I said, process of learning. First, you try with one example, then you go with, then you try to append, then you will have to start thinking yourself, what should I do if I want to insert in between, right? What should you do if I want to insert in between, correct? So what I will do now, I'll just remove this. That 11 years of experience I'll remove, okay? Not required. I just shown you example. Whatever you do, it will come in the last. Yeah. See here now. You can see Santosh, age, location, phone number, and this is the email ID, and this is the trader. Okay. Now, if I do append, the append will always go in the end. Clear means it will clear, copy, count, extend, and there is something called insert. There's something called insert. Now, if I go and write insert, it will throw me an error. Insert expects 2 arguments. Inserts expects 2 arguments. That means it is clearly telling me that I need to give 2 arguments. So even if I go and write my organization name KSR, it will still throw me an error because it is expecting 2 arguments. I got 1. So it is a logical sense that is making me to think that for insert, what we can do, we can also provide the index also. So where do I want this KSR? This KSR has to be inserted between my name and age. So I will insert in the position 1, KSR. So I will insert in the position 1, KSR. So 1, KSR means it will exactly go and put in the first position. This is a 0th position. This is a first position. And on the first position, I'm trying to insert KSR means. So KSR will come here and this will be shifted to next place. So you can see that your KSR has been inserted exactly in the first position and all the other elements is going 1 step forward. Okay. So what does the append do? Append will get data in the last. In last index. Whereas insert will have the luxury to okay. Are you with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Everyone? Okay.
Santosh.
Now,
Yes.
one question, and I'm not going to tell you the answer for this, okay? I want you guys to try. Yes dot insert 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7, comma. Will this work?
No,
No, it will not work.
No.
we haven't declared the seventh value, right? Seventh element.
We are trying to insert a single,
Not
right? So it will not work. In range, 7 will work, but if we want to get the single value to display, it will not work.
It will insert.
Need 2 values, right?
No, it will not insert.
It will work.
I inserted. It worked.
No.
Because insert will help you to create a new element. If 7 is not there, it will push it to 7. Initially also, age was there in the first position. So I inserted in 1. So 1 means it inserted in 1 and all the other numbers went forward. Okay. Now, this is how the difference between append and insert. Okay. So are you all with me now? Yes.
Yes.
Santosh, if we write it
Santosh,
8
one
or
small
9,
doubt.
will it go to the last or it will not take?
You tell me.
It will go to the last row, I guess.
Insert 11 comma. What will happen?
It will insert, I guess.
Ideally, it should throw out of index error because 10 doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Okay. It got inserted. It got inserted.
At the
null
last.
values can be inserted.
And it will go and insert in the next available location. Okay, it will not work like this. For example, this is a value, right? This is a value, right? So it will not work like, okay, next I have not given anything, next I'm not given anything, next I'm not given anything, next I'm not given anything, and then I'll go and give citizen. It will not work. Okay, so even though you go and give, it will always go and take the, after this num value, it will go and take this. So even though you give any element, it will take the last position. But the purpose of insert is, it will be helpful like this. If you can insert wherever you want. I wanted to insert KSR in between my name and age. That is what my insert was helpful. Okay. Are you with me? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes.
new example. Okay. New example. List equal to 1, 4, 3, 2, 5, 7, 8. So this is a list of experience. Okay, you can consider like a list of experience. Now, this is list. If I go and print it, you will see this. Can anyone tell me how to add 20 in the last? Which function I need to use?
Insert.
Append function.
Append. Very good. So if I go and use append 20 will come in the last. So perfect. So if I go and display now, so after 8 it has come 20. Okay. Now the next question, I want to insert 199 between 5 and 7.
You have to use insert.
Tell me the
Yes.
complete
Insert.
code.
Insert.
S
List
LST
dot
dot
insert.
Insert.
LST dot
LST dot insert 5.
insert
5 5 comma 5
6
comma
5,
199
199. 6,
199.
199.
6
5
comma
comma
199.
6, 199.
5 199.
Which is correct?
5 comma
5
5 is
199.
5 is right.
See,
5 is correct.
again, come
5
to
is
this
correct.
example. Again, come to this example. I told I want to insert KSR between my this and this. So this is 0, this is 1. So that means I want to insert KSR in between, means I have to insert it one position, or whatever is there in the first position, there you have to write. So it will shift it. This will shift it. So similarly, if I'm asking to insert between 5 and
6.
7, so this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. So at the fifth position I want. So the right answer is
5.
5.
5.
okay. So let's go with inserting this, and I got this. Okay. Are we all good? Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, this numbers is not sorted. This numbers is not sorted. It is mixed up. See, I'm taking another example of list. List is nothing but a set of elements. This list is not sorted. When I say not sorted, like you can see 1 is there and 2 is here and then 7, 8 is here, right? So I was thinking how to sort it. How to sort it. So I was just pressing this tab and you can see that we tried append, we tried index, insert, and there is something called sort. There's something called sort. So if I go and write sort and you can go and display again list, you can see that the list has been sorted and I want to know what is the default order. It is going to be ascending order. Okay, default order is ascending. How to order it descending, we'll see later. But at this point of time, if I go and give sort, the sort is actually ascending in the ascending order. Okay, now here what I will do, again I'll come back to my yes. Again I'll come back to my yes. If there is a possibility to add an element, so you think logically, is it possible to remove an element?
Yes.
Yes. It's
So
possible.
let me go and try this. Yes dot, append I tried, insert I tried, sort I tried. So there is something called pop and remove. Okay, these two functions I need to figure out. What is this pop and what is this remove? If I go and do pop, it will remove the last element. You see that citizen has been removed. Again, if I go and write yes dot pop, CTO will be removed. Now, if I go and see, you can see that is also removed. Now, if you want to remove trainer, in that case, you will have to go again, right? Pop. So pop will remove the
Last element.
last element. Okay. But now tell me. Now you guys tell me, what should we next try? What should we next try?
Remove.
Remove
In between.
remove in between. Remove in between. So what I will do, this is yes. Imagine I want to remove my age. Imagine that I want to remove my age. Okay. So what I will do, I will see which functions I can use. I cannot use pop because pop is going to remove the last element only. Pop is going to remove the last element. I have a remove function. Now, if I go and write remove, 100% it will throw error. So it is saying the remove takes exactly one argument. That
We need
means
to give the argument.
in this remove function, you will have to give one value. Now the question is, see,
2.
Telling you very openly, I'm telling you, the sessions are getting recorded. Even then, I'm telling you, there is no shame in accepting this. I really don't know what I need to give here. Should I give you the value or should I give you the index? I don't know. I don't know whether in a remove, should I give the index or should I give the value? I don't know. And I've been using Python for 12 years now, right? So how will I do this? I will simply go and write 0, 1, 2. It is saying 2 is not present in the list. That means it is not looking for index, it is looking for
Value.
Value. Now I should go and say that
Directly we can do 32.
32. That's it. So we have learned about pop. We have learned about remove. Are you with me? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I want to clean up the complete student information. I want to clean up. So what I will do? Yes dot clear. Yes dot clear. So all the functions I'll give with a parenthesis. So I'll give yes dot clear. Now if I go and give done, clear. Okay. So this is also clear. All good. Okay. Now let's go with another example. Now let's say list 1 equal to I'll give some numbers. That number is 1, 4, 5, 7 or 6. Okay, so this is one I will go and give. Now what I need to do, this is actually the list. So if I go and print it, LST1 also will get it. Now what I want to do, all the content of this element, I will have to copy to another list. So what I will do, LST2 equal to LST1 dot copy. So what happens? The complete list 1 elements will be copied to list 2. See, same element copied. Same element copied. Are you with me? Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
One question which
Santosh,
you want to
LST2 equals to LST1. Does it also work, right?
LST2 equal to LST1. That's what I did.
I mean, dot copy you
Dot
have.
copy, we are exploring list of functions. Okay, we can do like that also. We are exploring list of functions. That's why I've written copy. Okay. Now, one assignment for today. Okay. Now, logically, you think this is a list of elements. List one is as 4 elements. Okay. So now I've copied the list 1 elements to list 2. Now, if I go and write list 1 dot append of 99. Now tell me, will that value come to LST2?
No. No, no, no.
No, it won't come.
Again,
No,
no.
It should not.
it won't come.
It's already assigned.
It's already copied, so it will not.
Okay.
It should.
It copied it, not
We have
reference.
to re-execute it again.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not going to
It
answer
will.
this. I'm
It
not
will.
going to answer this. If you want to know answer, what you need to do?
Practice.
You will have to go and try and let me know whether it will update or not. Okay. So, while coming for tomorrow's class, you run this first. Then you append this. Then you see this. Now, if I run this, if I press Control Shift, you will get to know. If I press Control Shift, you will get to know, but I will not do it. Is that clear?
Clear.
Yes.
Okay.
Santosh, quick question. When you did the clear on S list, it is just clearing the elements. It's not deleting the actual list, right? List, the placeholder is still there.
See, if I do yes, it's removing. Okay, but if you go and see the type of yes, the list is still there.
Yeah.
The list is still, but it is deleted with empty. Okay. Now, next. I'm not going to run this. Okay, you try this. And let me know whether list 2 will be updated or not. Okay. Now, next, we have tried append. We have tried clear. We have tried copy. We have tried insert. We have tried pop. We have tried remove. We have tried reverse. We have tried sort. So the only left out function is count, extend, and index. Okay. Now, let's say LST1 equal to 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 5, 6, 1, 3, 2, 1. Right? Now, I have this elements. Okay. Now, LST1 dot, I will simply go and write count. It is throwing error. List dot count exactly takes one argument. 0 is given. So let me start counting. So 2 is repeated. 1, 2. That's correct. Okay. Let's count 1. So 1 is repeated 3 times. Now I'll change it to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what count will do? Count will rip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in the count function, which number you want to count? That number you will have to give. It's not again index, it's a value. Which value you want to give, that you will have to go and give it. Is that clear? Everything? Yes? All good?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Now, one last example. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there is another list B equal to 9, 8, 9, 8. Okay. Now, I want to club this both. I want to merge this. So, what I will do? A dot extend B. So A dot extend B means first it will take A elements, it will extend all the elements of D. So A means, if you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It was initially 1, 2, 3, 4. It got extended to 9, 8, 8, 9. Okay, is that clear? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, tell me which function we have not tried.
Reverse.
Reverse we have not tried. Okay. So this is A. This is A. A dot reverse. What happened?
Elements arrangement is
Whole thing got reversed.
It just
Element
reversing
placement got reversed.
position.
Element placement got
1, 2,
reversed.
3,
What
2.
was
It's
there in the first position came to the last position.
just
Exactly.
mirroring.
It's just mirroring. You can simply say the first element has become the last element. The last element has become the first element. Okay. Now, in yesterday's session, when I was talking about a string, right? We were just talking about string, let's say Python. Okay. So you can see lot of functions were there. And I hardly tried 5 to 6 functions. There are almost 20 functions. I hardly tried 5 to 6. Translate, I did not try. Zfill, I did not try. rjust, I did not try. All this remove suffix, I did not try. The reason? Not needed. Not needed. And today's example, there was a list. Append, clear, copy, count, extend, insert, pop, remove, reverse, sort. Out of 10 functions, 9 functions we have covered. The only one thing which we did not cover is index. We'll see what is this index when we get that example. As of now, we have total of 10 functions that we can apply on the list, and we have tried all 9. The reason? This is important. So this is how the entire course will go. Which is important, we will focus. Which is not important, you will have to do a research. The reason? Python is an ocean. I cannot teach Python for the next 3 years. If you want to learn Python A to Z, it will take 3 years. And I cannot do that, right? So we will have to stick on to what is really required for us. And that is why we are sticking on to what is our requirement, what we have to do, and why we have to learn this. Again, I'll give a recap. First of all, why did we introduce a concept of list? The problem with the variables is it becomes a burden. To reduce the burden on variable, we are creating a list. So list is passing the set of elements to one value, and you can access it through indexing. And if you want, you can change it. That's why I say it is a mutable. Once you create it, you can always go and change it. And list also supports about 8 to 9 functions, which you can go and apply on it. Okay, so this is a very core concept of list and a very core concept of Python. 100% there will be a question on list. Okay, now, any questions in what we have discussed so far?
Santosh, can we access substring of individual element?
You will have to wait for that topic. We are going with one direction now. Inside the list of list, how the elements will be, how to access, you will have to wait for that class.
Okay.
We are going in order.
Can I count all the numbers from the list instead of the except? Particular number.
We can do that. We will be doing that as well.
Okay.
See, try to ask questions in what we have covered so far, so that everyone is on the same page. We'll be seeing more examples. We'll be seeing more of clarity in the upcoming sessions. But as of now, please ask questions in what we have covered only today. Are we good?
Santosh,
Yes.
the sort function will it work only if we have the number values?
Yes.
Or it work for strings also?
You try it now. I'll give B.
Yeah.
V is this one. Okay. Now, if I go and V dot sort, what it is saying? Not supported for string and integer.
Okay. Thank you.
Santosh, can we slice indexes?
That's what we did, no? For example,
Like
See, this one was B. I want to access from this to this. Can anyone tell me the index?
Uh,
2 to 4.
2
colon
to 4.
2 colon
Uh,
4.
0.
2 colon 4. This is called slicing.
Okay. What about particular only one index like in Bangalore?
2 dot
V
3.
of 2.
2 colon 3.
V of 2.
0, 1,
2.
2.
Okay, in Bangalore, he wanted to get single digits, I
That's
mean
not
strings.
possible. That's
Uh,
not a string, right?
I have one question. Like, can we do v of 2 is equal to some other variable? For example, s something.
No.
Is equal to yes.
It will go as a character. If you put like this, it will go as a character. No, it is not at all accepting. So it has to be given with the codes. So instead of Bangalore, it will go and sit as yes. That's the assignment.
No. What I'm trying to say is like, can we give it as another variable?
No, not possible. Is the list concept clear?
Yes, Chandra, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Santosh, in the
One.
example you've given, so instead of creating 500 variables, so we are using list. In the list also, we are creating variables. So now 100 variables means 100 list we need to create, right, for 100 students?
Yes. Thank you so much for this. That's why we will be learning. Next is, you got it right. So that's why we will be learning next subsequent data types.
Okay.
So we'll have to figure out list has also a problem. Let's say, hey, why come it's 100? Still, I need to create 100. So why can't we have a table format? Yes, we'll wait and watch. We'll wait and watch what is dictionary, we'll watch what is data frame. So all this will come in the upcoming sessions. Okay. So is Python easy? Because this is a core subject and it's a core concept. And all these days, variables, data types and all, anyone can learn. This is a very core concept. So I'm asking you a question. Is Python easy?
As of now, yes, it is.
Yeah, looks like.
Santosh,
Let's understand the fact that Python is not easy. I am making it easy. Okay?
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
It's not easy. Yeah, tell me.
can you please tell us the index of this Python syllabus? Matlab, you are going to cover variables, data types, what else are there? Index, like, or 10 to 15 topics we have in Python.
We've already mentioned that in the syllabus. So we have the brochure, right? In the brochure, right from SQL until the Azure, whatever we cover, everything we have already listed down. You can download from our website or you can reach out to our team. Our team can share you the brochures.
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
Hi,
reach out to our
Santosh.
team. They'll share you the brochures. Yeah.
Actually, I joined from today only. So, what is the hierarchy to explain the concept? First is the Python, after that SQL. I mean, how
No,
it is.
first already SQL is completed. Now we have started Python. Okay, when you have joined today, that means you've already missed 4 classes. We have missed the concept of variables. You have missed the concept of data type. So please watch recording before coming to the next class. So today, for this particular batch, right, we have started with Python. So that means SQL is already completed. So you will also be uh, getting the recordings of attending the SQL classes, and then you will have to either attend a live class or you can go with the same batch recording. So the flexibility is at every instance we accept new admission. Last month we started SQL. So a lot of guys who have attended SQL, now they are into a second phase. But you guys who have joined newly for now, you will be learning Python first. So for you guys, Python first. Next, parallelly, you will be learning SQL from any other batch or from the recordings. So we cannot wait 5.5 to 6 months only for like running one batch, right? So what we do, we accept new admissions at every phase for SQL, for Python, for big data, for Azure, we accept. So whoever wants, they will come here. For all the other sessions, they will go with recordings.
Okay, fine. Actually, just I'm fine without SQL because I'm the total 11 years of experience with SQL. So I'm planning to learning from the Python and I mean Azure mainly.
Yeah, in that case, for you, it's a beneficial. If you see, this will be the roadmap. This will be the roadmap. So we are in the second phase now. So once Python, we'll be going with data warehousing, followed by we'll be learning big data, Hadoop, Spark, PySpark. Then we'll be focusing on the cloud. Mainly we'll be focusing on Azure, followed by a comparison that we'll be doing on AWS and GCP, followed by data ops.
Fine, Santosh. Thank you.
Santosh, when we'll get the SQL recordings? Like
the day you register, you will get it. Anyway, I need to tell about this. So today is the last class for free session. Okay. So this is for the guys who have joined newly for Python, right? So as I said, SQL we have last month we started, and it is actually the completed. Okay. Now in this week, right? Let's say like last Thursday. So Thursday, in a sense, 28th, we started Python. So that is first free class, second free class, third free class, fourth, fifth class, and fifth free class. Okay. So in the Python, we have completed the first 5 free sessions, and now this is where we'll be accepting new admission. Okay. So now here, people who are interested can join this. The day you get registered, immediately you will get the recordings of SQL. Or if you feel like, no, why should I go with recordings? I want to attend live class. You can do that as well. In KSR, SQL, you can attend n number of times, n number of batches from n number of trainers, because that's a must. So this is, you have flexibility. You can either go with the recordings. Just you have 20 classes, okay? 20 sessions you have. Now this 20 sessions, either you can go with the record, or you can go attend a live batch in any other time. We'll inform you if there is a new batch that is starting, right? We will inform you, so you can go with it. And Python, now it started, right? It will be regularly from 8 a.m. to 9:15 p.m. This will be the time. Okay, so the classes will be from morning 8 a.m. to 9:15, and as of now, it's a good news is you will have only till Monday to Friday. The classes will be from Monday to Friday. But once we come to the business end of the course, we will have to do a lot of projects. About 5 to 6 projects we'll be doing. So all these projects will be focusing on weekends. So over the business end, you will have the sessions on Saturdays as well. And apart from that, you also have some regular workshops that our KSR team conducts. You will be eligible for that as well. Okay. So resume preparation, interview guidance, mock interviews, one-on-one support, and understanding your background, suggesting a new project, end-to-end projects, real-time projects, scenario-based, everything will be covering. Let me tell you very honestly, I am not a trainer. I am working in an organization. The whatever I'm covering in the organization, whatever the projects which I'm doing in the organization, the same thing I will be teaching here. If you are looking for a typical trainer who comes prepared by going through all the documents, books and all, I'm not the person. I'm a person who always explains you what I'm doing in the real time. So we are all working professionals. 9:15 if I finish this class, 9:30 I have office work. So what I do in office, the same thing I'm explaining here. So 100% real-time scenarios guaranteed. Okay. So with this, how to get registered, you have to log into our website. So the people who want to get registered by seeing the first 5 videos, you would have already watched the first 5 videos, right? So you would have watched today's session as well. So please join only if you understand. I'm telling you very strictly, you join wherever you want, but learn data engineering. But KSR, you join only if you understand, because it's not a small amount you're paying. It's an amount that you have put a lot of hard work on, you have saved. Don't spend just like that. Just because your cousin is telling, just because your friend is telling, just because you got a reference, please don't do that. Please join our sessions only if you are 100% understood. That's it. What I'm teaching, the same way we'll be completing for rest of the classes as well. Okay. So you can either pay in 2 ways. You can reach out to our team. Okay. Reach out to our team and talk to them on the fee structure. So the information which I got is, it's going to be somewhere I noted down. Just give me a minute. Yeah. So the one-time payment is going to be 35. The 2-time installments is going to be 19 plus 19, and 3-time installments is going to be 14 plus 13 plus 14. So if you go with 3-time installments, you'll end up paying 5K extra. So if you go with 2 installments, you will end up paying 3K extra. If you go with one time, I think you will almost get 5K discount. So this is a fees structure. The class will be from 8 o'clock to 9:15. If you want to pay from your app also, you can do it. Okay, you can log into our website. So this is our website, datavision.com. This is our website. So please log into this website. So this is for the guys who want to pay directly from app. So I'm showing you the process. So this is the app and you please log in. I'll show you a login of one account. So this is our student account, the website. Okay, once you go here, please you will see the live classes here. Okay, for example, this is my morning batch which got completed, but this is a current batch. So here you will see a live join option. This is a current batch which is currently happening now. It's still 9:30, right? It's still going on. So going forward from tomorrow onwards, you will not be getting any link. You will be allowed only to attend from our LMS portal, which is nothing but your app. So please go and join here. It will show you the class details. Now, once you come here, go to upcoming sessions. And you can see this is the one which we started. So this is actually a pre-version. So let's come for page session. So in the page session, go with this data engineering. This is your batch. Okay, this is your batch, which we started last month, where we started with SQL. And here you can come here, go to the pay option here, and you will be given a buy option, and then you can buy. Already I have access, so that's why it's showing here. But once you go here, you'll see the recordings as well. So all these are the class recordings, which you can see. We can filter out here. So all these are SQL, which we started from July 23rd and all. So you can see, you can also go and see the recordings. So this is a SQL recordings, you will find it. So two ways, either you can go and pay through app, or what you can do, you can come to our team and our team can help you here. Okay, so just go for contact us. Okay, and here contact us. If you're in Bangalore, you are free to visit our location. And if you want any support, you can always reach out to our number and you can send a text message. Okay, so we work from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So anytime you can call us and get registered. Two ways, if you want to pay through app, go ahead. If you want to talk to our team regarding the fees, we have our support team as well. Okay, so this is all the information I wanted to tell you. And again, I'm telling you, please learn data engineering, but anywhere. Where you understand, you learn, because this is the most toughest subject what I have experienced in my career. It's not that easy. You will have to know a lot of things. You will have to cover a lot of things. So join where you understand. Okay, any questions?
So Karthik, sorry. So what is the next batch starting? I mean, morning 6:30 a.m. I mean, is there any
January
plan?
1st.
Got it. Okay. So what is this batch? I mean, duration? Sorry.
For every batch, 5.5 months.
Got it.
So by year end or maybe maximum January 1st week, you can expect this batch will close. Because already we have completed SQL. We have started with Python. Python will be completing in the month of September. And October, it will be basically like the big data, Spark, PySpark. November and December, 2 solid months completely on cloud.
Fine. Yeah. Thank you.
Sir, one more doubt.
Yeah.
Hello. Sir, in the syllabus, you are providing the AWS and GCP. How much percentage covering these two clouds?
I would say 100% on Azure, 20% on GCP and AWS. If you're looking to apply for AWS data engineer and GCP data engineer, this may not work. This will just give you a comparison services. About 20% you will be learning extra. That's it.
Oh, okay. Okay, sir.
Santosh, I've just accessed the portal. It's showing one time 36,000. Can you just double check?
Just a minute. Mahesh, you're there? Satish, anyone, can you share your screen and show them?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you
Sir,
can share your
actually,
screen as well.
I'm joined from mobile, sir.
Oh, you've joined from mobile.
Can you
Yeah, see
see?
here. We can
See
see
here?
here. Yeah. So
This is the
Satish,
one.
is it correct?
Sir, including this, some of the extra charges will be there.
Yeah,
That's
GST will be there. Sorry, GST will be there. So that's why
All
you can
right.
see this. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Thanks.
Because well, app, right, we will have to bear the GST, but we are not putting 18,000. Sorry, 18%. We are just putting 1,000 rupees extra.
Okay, Santosh. Thanks. Yeah.
Santosh,
Hmm.
yeah, in addition to this, do you need to do any additional certifications in order to secure a job in data engineering?
Say ideally no. If you're in India, no need of any certificates. But if the organization is asking, then you will have to do it. So usually what happens in India-based companies, once you join the company, they'll ask you to take a certification. But Microsoft certifications we have, if you take it, it's always going to be value add. But particularly if you're from US, UK and all, I would say it's mandatory to take certification so that your profile gets shortlisted. But in India, not required.
Okay, Santosh, I have a doubt. So will fabric is included in this course?
Yes, yes. Fabric along with the license. That's why we are charging 35. License itself will cost 5,000. So the fabric is a new update that is launched by Microsoft. So that also will be covering.
Thank you.
Santosh, you said business time will do weekend classes. What is the business time meaning?
Business. I told projects. Projects will be covering on weekends. Business end. Business end
Business
means
end.
coming towards the end of the course, right? That time we will be
Okay.
focusing on weekend classes.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Because it will cover ADF basic to
Sorry?
it's ADF.
Ah.
Azure Data Factory. Total course
Yeah.
will be
Azure Data Factory, Databricks are the top two services we'll be learning as part of our data engineering.
Oh.
Is Snowflake also included?
No, Snowflake is a different course. Here, we'll be including SQL, Python, PySpark, Big Data, Hive, followed by Azure, GCP, AWS, and then we'll be using DevOps. For Snowflake, we have another course.
Santosh, why you have chosen Azure over AWS and GCP for this course?
See, if you see the market trend of Azure, Azure has been tremendously growing. We have seen a lot of projects and opportunities that we have in Azure, and Azure is a Microsoft product, and Microsoft has also launched newly Fabric. So the number of opportunities and the projects and the companies which are using is at very high level. That is why we are going with Azure. But I can promise you, once you learn Azure, GCP and AWS is nothing. Okay, to give an example, imagine I am teaching you cooking. So if I teach you cooking, anywhere you can cook. You can cook in your house, you can cook in your neighbor's house, you can cook in your relative's house. That's exactly what you're doing here. I'm here to teach you cloud. I'm here to teach you Azure. Once I teach you Azure, you can learn, you can implement this any cloud. So that's why we are mainly focusing on Azure. One cloud we learn completely, then we will replicate this. So why Azure? I've already told you in the first 2 days. Maybe if you have missed it, I'll repeat it. The opportunities that we have in Microsoft Azure is very vast. And over the years, what we have observed is the number of companies and the number of projects which we are using Azure is tremendously increasing. That is the one reason.
And after completing this course, we have to apply a job as a fresher, or we have to apply a job as an experienced candidate.
You can show maximum of 5 years of experience from this course.
And will we get any experience certificate like we have completed this course for 5 years?
See, certificates and all is just a piece of paper here. Knowledge is important, right? This 5 months, I'm going to train you in such a way that every single topic which we discuss will be all real-time experience only. So you'll move out of this course with experience. Letter means I can give you letter. Okay, whatever letter you want, our institute will give you. You want completion certificate, we will give you. We want distinction certificate, we will give you. We'll give everything. But how it is really useful? You cannot go and show this to any organization and say that I've done this course, give me a job. no one even will value you, right? Everyone will take only experienced and they'll always look at your resume. So even if we give the like letter, doesn't work. You cannot go and show to anyone, I've done this course, give me a job. No, you will have to showcase that you have done this project, only then you will get that opportunity. So the certificates doesn't matter. But Microsoft certification, if you take, you can mention it in your resume. You can say that I am a Microsoft certified. You can say that.
That means we have to showcase, even though we have not worked for 5 years, we have to showcase I have worked on this for 5 years.
Maximum you can show 5, but it's your
Yeah.
wish. If you want to show 1 year, if you want to show 2 years, if you want to show 3. Maximum you can show 5 years. See, I've been working in data engineering for 11 years. You got trained from me. You cannot show 11 years, right? Then what is the difference, right? So maximum the concepts that we are learning, you can show up to 5 years.
Sir, one doubt. So the data ops which you mentioned, that would be part of the live sessions or a recording?
That will be part of live sessions.
Okay.
Which organization? Microsoft. Any other questions?
And Santosh, when is the last date to enroll for this session?
Today is the last day. Today is a free session. From tomorrow onwards, you'll not get any link. Directly, you'll have to join from our app itself. From tomorrow, every session is going to be from our portal.
Sounds good.
That's why we have given 5 days of free session. You think you can take your time, research about all the other institutes, research about the price, research about the quality, and again, I'm telling you, don't forcefully join KSR just because someone told. Okay, here you're going to track all your assignments. You're going to do everything. You're going to do a lot of groundwork. Okay, we have a team who will monitor your work. So if you don't want this tracking, if you don't want this, I want to be free, I don't want to be track my attendance, I don't want to see my progress, please don't join here. Because once you join here, we will give you assignments, we will give you tasks, we will give you homeworks. If you're not willing to do this, please don't join. Because here we believe in quality rather than others. So here we will be doing all of this. You do double check. Okay, you go and research, you go and research in all other institutes. Then wherever you understand, there you join, because it's a subject where you need deep understanding of concepts. Are you all good? Okay. With that, yeah.
Santosh, I have a question regarding Spark. So, what are the topics we are covering in Spark, like optimization, streaming, and like these are the things we are covering?
For a real-time experienced person to work in the organization for 5 years of experience, whatever the concepts is needed, right from the optimizations, configurations, data bricks, everything we will be covering.
Okay.
For a person to survive in IT for 5 years, what is needed, that we are going to cover. The course is designed in such a way that, say, I'm doing data engineering for 10 years, means I cannot teach for 10 years, right? So the way we have we have combined and we have created a curriculum for 5.5 months. It's like it includes all the real-time scenarios experience, and then we have given this. So this will completely give you a real-time experience.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
And Santosh, does data modeling concepts would be covered?
Yes.
Including normalizations and other things.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'll stop here. Thank you so much for attending the sessions, and from tomorrow onwards, we have a regular sessions. So guys who are interested, reach out to our team. Our team can help you to get registered, and wherever you learn, please learn. And for the regular students who have continued from a SQL, you will have a regular classes from tomorrow. And again, as I said, we have completed list. We'll be moving on to tuple. Okay, so